It's time now for Coffee with Coach, presented by Duncan. Joining alongside me, as he is every week, is head coach of the Providence College men's hockey team, Coach Lehman. Coach, your team plays their first Hockey East games of the season this past weekend, but this early on in the year, how much is prepping for the opponent versus how much you're prepping your own team to figure out what this team is?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're still way more focused on your team. You're still very much growing, trying to learn our identity. Trying to get some of the bad, quote unquote bad hockey, kind of solved a little bit. And we have so many new players. So we're focusing much more on ourselves than our opponents right now, and just trying to teach the kids, who we want to be, how we want to play the game, and kind of how quickly we can get to that game.
And now your team played well, despite you trying to quote unquote figure it out a little bit. A win Friday night against Catamounts, a tie on Saturday, but both games you had to fight tough to get a win and points out of. What were your takeaways from the team now that you've been a few days removed from the?
I like this in the big moments of that series. Just having to score in overtime. I think that the first night in overtime we had the puck the whole overtime, so that was good. That the guys. You're seeing us in that situation, and we weren't playing to sit back or lose. We were playing to win, and I was very happy about that. And Nick coming up with a big goal, and then the second night, with the goalie pulled, again coming up with a big goal. So it knows that for me the positive is there's a couple big moments there, and we handled them really well. And I don't think in the past couple of years those pucks just haven't gone in for us, and so those pucks went in for us, which was really positive. The other positive is that we're short three guys, and and other guys are stepping up, and that really adds growth. That throughout a season, other guys stepping up, building their game, that's going to help you a lot throughout the year.
A guy who had pucks going for him this past weekend, Will Elger, named the Pro Ambitions Hockey East Rookie of the Week. Scored in each of your games. How was he able to be so successful this past weekend?
He's a good player. So, both of them were both goals were big time goals. He even could have gotten a couple more in there. So, really happy, really pleased with Will. He's 6'2". I think he could play center for us down the road. We'll see also. And but he had a good weekend. But that's again like Will and Ryan Riley. He came up with a big assist and goal in the weekend. We're seeing some more of the secondary, quote unquote secondary scoring for us a little bit. Or I would say we have a lot of guys that can chip in and can contribute, and that's another very positive sign of the weekend.
Now you have the UNH Wildcats coming to town this Friday, coming off a win against number 10 Quinnipiac at Quinnipiac. Aside from their game Friday night, they've only limited their opponents to 2 goals or less. What have you seen from the Wildcats?
I mean, they just keep building, slowly. It's like Vermont, all of a sudden all their players have been there a long time and they're older and they're more experienced, so they know their game really well. And it makes them harder and harder to beat. And I think UNH is the same thing. I think they keep evolving, little steps evolving, and they're a pretty good team. They were last year. So we know it's going to be a great series. It'll be on Nesson, and we got the short turnaround. That's going to play into it a little bit also. So, it'll be a big test for us, I think.
It's Halloween, so I always like to ask every year, what are the kids for Halloween this year?
Our oldest is, I'm not sure he's going to go. He might be the one holding out candy or handing out the candy. He's 14 now, so, we've been asking him, are you going to do this or not? And he's just been quiet about it. So our middle boy is a blind referee. Yeah, I can relate. I can relate. And then our youngest has got a hazmat suit, so we don't know exactly what officially he is, but there'll probably be some slime and some hazmat and some sort of something along the way. Yeah.
Now, is there going to be like a candy chocolate tax? Now you're home this year for the first game, so are you going to be maybe just say, what do we got here? Is there anything to eye in from a chocolate standpoint?
As far as my kids, or as far as
for you?
The Kit Kats are pretty good, aren't they? Yeah. They're tough to pass up when you see one sometimes, but people know I don't have a sweet tooth, so you don't have to worry about that.
Fair enough. Well, Coach, like I said, you'll be home this Friday, 7 p.m. on Nesson against UNH right here at Schneider Arena. Saturday, 4:30 p.m. up at UNH. That game also on Nesson as well. Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Thanks, Nick.